Thursday is on. Whatever questions you have, we have professionals who can step in and help you, possibly. We got Rich, the
emotional support animal, great shoulder to cry on, and great cuddler.
We also have Meredith MD over here.
I'll pretend all day.
She pretend all day. And I do play an OBGYN on the radio. It's Orlando. All right, let's see here. Out of the 941, how do I get my parents to respect me as an adult? Now that I've graduated and I'm working 40 hours a week, I still live at home, but I'm making my own money and I need them to see me as a young adult. What can I do?
That's going to happen over time. And also getting the hell out of the house is definitely going to do it. And I know, I get it. Rent, I get all the expenses and stuff like that. Start saving your money. They'll start taking you seriously and seeing you as more of an adult when you start fully 100% taking care of yourself.
You can be seen as an adult in the household if you're still in the house. If you just separate yourself from the things that kids did. Like, don't be the person leaving the house crappy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, treat it like an adult would now. As a kid, you had your mom and dad to do all your laundry and to do all that stuff. Now, be a little bit more independent. Even if you're in the house, because some people are in there because of financial situations. If you're working, that's cool. But taking away that burden from them means that they start really seeing you like, wow, he's growing up. Like, damn, he's not leaving his shoes in the middle of this spot. Damn, his room ain't smelling all crazy.
Dishes.
He ain't, drinking out of my carton of orange juice and just all of that bad stuff that you were doing. Put that aside so your mom don't feel that kind of pressure, and she'll probably see you as a little bit more of a come up.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's a good look for you right there. All right, what else we got?
Out of the 863, my son, I am very proud of, got into a bunch of colleges, but the problem is that they are all out of state. And am I being selfish for wanting them to stay close?
Yes. But that's acceptable. I mean, it's understandable because you're the mom. You gave birth to them, but you have to understand that kids are going to eventually leave the house. And they're going to eventually leave the state at some point, whether it's for vacation or college. And you should slowly accept that this is going to happen.
Who's paying for college? That's the question. Because if it's out of state, I came out of state, and my dad paid the bag to get me to come here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's out-of-state fees are crazy. And if you've done Florida prepaid, you can get that back. But pretty much, if you're trying to help your parents, like, keep the roof on the house,
right,
you might want to pick the schools that are here.
I get all that, but you don't want your child to grow resentment towards you just because you don't want them to go out of state for college.
Fly.
Yeah,
grow some wings.
This is when they're supposed to grow up and become adults.
If you got it, sure.
Hey,
if you ain't got it, an education is an education, or get a scholarship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are ways, but I'm just saying maybe they want you to stay not just out of the selfishness of being close. Maybe it's the fact that,
it's probably better financially for them if they stay.
I would think so.
Yeah, but a lot of
maybe
parents go through this.
explain that to your kid. Hey, if they want to go out of state to college, they got to apply for some loans.
Or maybe you start here and then transfer out, if that's a financial issue. But, sometimes that is. I don't know your personal situation. So.
I support the kid leaving and going out of state. You're going to have to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for that.
I totally support it, but, but the dad had it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Out of the 727, I've been dating this girl for almost a year, and I have a dilemma. I just found out that she's married. I had no idea. I feel guilty because I'm in love with her, and I know we have to break it off. I know it's going to be really hard, but we've talked, and she says she loves me too, but she will not leave her husband. She's making it hard for me to break it off, and I'm dragging my feet. Is it wrong for me on my end because I want to continue the relationship?
That's almost like a stab into the confession. Like, you don't want to be sticking around, and the love word being shared, that's really messed up. Because, you can't trust a person to love you if they're telling you they love you, but they're married to somebody else. Because when they become your main, you're now going to be like, damn, but they just did the exact same thing to somebody else. And so that's going to really put you in a mind screw. Yeah. So I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Yeah, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. She's telling you that she is not going to leave the husband, and you should just take that. You were the side dude.
Take the L.
You were the side dude, didn't know it, and that hurts even more.
Yeah.
But just take that L and go find a new girl, man, because this one's not going to come for you.
All right. Let's see. You got one. Let's see. My ex broke up with me 5 months ago after 12 years of being together.
Oh.
I'm still in love with her, but I don't know how to move on. We were together since 8th grade.
Yeah. Don't force yourself to have to move on to, I mean, it's going to take a long time. You're going through it right now, and you're going to be going through it for a while. Give yourself time to go through all the emotions, anger, disappointment, like all the different steps and stages of loss and grieving. That's what you're going to have to go through. And there's really no exact amount of time. Some people get over it really quick, and they say the best way to get over somebody is getting under somebody. But that's not the case for every single person. Getting into another relationship too soon when you haven't healed yourself emotionally is not smart. I would take this time and just think about what you need and want in life.
This might not be healthy to hear, but it might not be over. Be patient, because you had 12 years together since the 8th grade, according to your text. So 5 months of a break could just be a growth spurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some sort of change that she had. Maybe she's needing something different. Maybe you still acting like y'all was together in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like, something needs to change. So maybe there'll be a circle back there, because you guys have had a whole life together. Mm-hmm. Or it may not come back. But at least give it some time, because you might need to learn who she is now, or he, or whoever, and vice versa. You guys might need to learn the adult versions of you and then transition it into something else. So it might be good for you to take a little bit of a sabbatical to now see if it's real, because if you let it go and it comes back,
yes,
that's what they teach you in therapy.
That's what they try.
If you let it go and it comes back to you, that means it was meant for you. So you got that. All right, let's see here. Out of the 813, it says, Orlando, my son is 21 years old. He's a firefighter EMT. He's also has a second job at a clinic. Still lives at home with his mom. I bought him a vehicle, and he refuses to pay me the payments, because he says I bought it for him when he was 17.
Oh.
I love him to death, but what should I do about this?
So you
Signed
bought him
G.
So wait. She bought him a car at 17, and now that he's older, she expects payments for the car, but she bought it?
Right.
Yeah, she probably just signed for it, put her name on it, gave him the car.
Well, I mean, you don't have. I mean, it's a car in his name because you can just take it back. I mean, if he's not being respectful and he lives in your home.
I bought him a vehicle, and he refuses to pay me the payments, because he says I bought it for him when he was 17. I love him to death, but so she bought him a car. He didn't have any responsibility, but now he has a full-on double career. Mm-hmm. And he's not wanting to pay it. Okay, well, first of all, your son is being a little bit of a jerk.
Right.
All right? He's got money now. He should chip in. If it wasn't the deal then, it was because he didn't have a job. But you should explain it to him and just sit down as an adult, because he's an adult now, and say, listen, I'm in a situation now where I'm older and I have a fixed income and I need you to contribute to this, or we got to come up with some other situation. Mm-hmm. But I can't continue to pay for it. If he wants to keep it, then maybe he'll say, hey, well, let me negotiate. Let's go half.
Yeah.
Or let's do it. Maybe he can lessen the burden some type of way. But approach him that way instead of making it hey, it's your car, you pay for it, and an argument. Just have a conversation and kind of share with him a little bit more information. Nobody who's worth anything wants to see their mom suffer.
Yeah.
And I don't think if your son is feeling that kind of way, then that's something that
I'd be taking that car away so quick. You are so damn disrespectful. I raised you, and I'm now needing you to take over payments and you have a full-time job and another job? Hell no.
Listen, this is one of those very hard lessons. This is one of those very hard lessons. You have that conversation, like you said, and then if he's still not doing those payments,
snatch it.
You let that car get repoed.
Right. Yeah.
Let that car get repoed and be like, hey,
but
I
the
told
repo
you.
will go on her credit.
Right.
So that'll screw her in the long run. So you don't want to do that.
I get that.
Call your son a bitch. You're acting like a little bitch.
No, honestly.
Why not? He is. He is acting like that. Be respectful of your mom.
Adult way of doing it.
It's so unattractive to hear a man doing this to his mother.
If that's the case, sign the car over in his name so it messes up his name. And if he don't want to do those payments, then it gets repoed, messes up his credit.
Can you do that? Can you sign a car over to somebody?
You can.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That's good advice.
Sign it over to him, take it off your credit, then have it repoed.
There you go.
Yeah. Or I know some homies.
We'll hide it for you.
It's a whole different repo. It's a whole different repo, but they can come and get it if you need them to come and get it. Like, we can make them suffer a little bit.
Yeah, sell the parts.
Ain't nothing like having a 21-year-old dude out there trying to date and he got to get a ride.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, let's see here. Do we got one more? Let's see.
One.
All right. Go ahead.
It's 727. Okay, guys, should I get back with my baby daddy? He cheated on me with an ex a while ago, but
Nope.
life is just easier with him.
Nope.
Oh, you're taking the easy
that's
way
it.
out.
Nope. No, I mean, soon, Meredith, tell him.
Okay, so, my advice might be a little bit different than yours. I mean, if you both want to be in a committed relationship, I feel like if you both want to really put your energy towards being together and you both are serious about it and no more side this or that and it's never going to happen again, I feel like you can truly make the relationship work because people do make mistakes and they're young and do stupid stuff. But that's it, because if it ever happens again, then that's totally it. But, and they have a kid together, so I understand. I like it when people actually want to, because it's so easy just to throw away a relationship.
It is,
It's
especially
rare
when you
to-
cheat on me. When you cheat on me, then you've shown me that you really didn't value me from the jump. So that means the second time.
But you also don't know what happened on his side or her side.
But she's also not saying if he's the one fighting to get her back.
If they both want to do it, then yes. If he's like, I don't know if I want to, no, then you need to work on yourself and go find somebody that will appreciate you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if he's willing to change and he's willing to show you the change, then yeah, cool. But if you're the only one that's fighting for this and you're just getting back with him at a convenience, you need to move on.
Says Orlando, hook me up with your homies. Go down to the Oldsmar flea market, go around the back, ask for Chet, all right? Blow your horn twice.
Chet.
When you blow your horn twice, sit there. If somebody comes and stands in front of you and winks, that's him. Just pull up and let him do what he do.
Orlando and the Freak Show.